NTV, where your news comes first. Central and Western Nebraska's most watched news. This is Good Evening Nebraska.
A helicopter puts a new twist on a longtime fundraiser in one central Nebraska community. Good evening, Nebraska, and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Tanner Kaler. Jake Taylor is off tonight. Dozens of people gathered in Ord this afternoon to see the first of its kind event. NTV's Megan Johnson joins us live now from our Grand Island newsroom with more. Megan.
Yeah, that's right, Tanner. This is the 17th year the Valley County Golf Course itself as they celebrate their own milestone tonight at 10. Tanner.
Megan Johnson reporting. Thank you so much, Megan. Nebraska's Attorney General says the University of Nebraska violated the state's open meetings law when it held private meetings as part of its search for a new president. Attorney General Doug Peterson came to that conclusion after the university met privately before they announced their 4 candidates for the job. However, Peterson also said in a letter that the university's selection of Hank Bounds as president was settled and a criminal prosecution or civil lawsuit wasn't warranted. Concerns over a missing safety features have led to 2 wading pools in Hastings shutting their doors. A state inspector closed the pools at Hartwell and Lincoln Parks earlier this week after finding their safety vacuum release systems were removed 5 years ago. City Parks and Recreation Director Jeff Hastenstab says the systems were removed because they were deemed unnecessary after anti-entrapment covers were installed. The pools will reopen after they're cleared. State health and environmental officials have issued a health alert for toxic blue-green algae at Sutherland Reservoir in Lincoln County. This is a live look from our Viera wireless camera network. The alert was issued following tests of the reservoir water. Signs have been posted telling people not to swim. People can still use the reservoir's public areas for other activities. The Kansas Department of Health and Environment also issuing a warning of high levels of toxic blue-green algae at 6 lakes. The agency says the lakes under warning status are in Brown, Sedgwick, Jewell, Marion, and Barton and Rooks counties. The environmental agency says boating and fishing on the lakes under warning are safe, but people should avoid direct contact with the water. Law enforcement officials are on high alert across the nation this holiday weekend due to concerns about possible terror threats. Officials say there is no specific credible threat, but want Americans to stay vigilant. Karen Travers has more from Washington.
Karen Travers, ABC News, Washington.
State officials in South Carolina say the fire that gutted a predominantly African-American church there was caused by weather. South Carolina law enforcement says there were reports of lightning at the time of Tuesday's blaze. Investigators found no evidence of arson. The blaze drew attention because at least 5 other black church fires occurred in the South since the racist killings of 9 people at a Charleston church. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration is investigating the potential risk of codeine in children's medicines. Codeine is a type of narcotic that is used to treat pains and reduce coughing. Side effects in children sometimes include difficulty breathing, confusion, or unusual sleepiness. Healthcare professionals say parents should continue to follow the instructions on drug labels and use caution giving medications to their children. Microsoft is delaying the launch of Windows 10 for most users. The company originally said that the last incarnation of the operating program would be available on July 29th. Now Microsoft says upgrades will be rolled out in waves. Officials say the reason for the delay is the need to test millions of different computers that are running versions of Windows 7 and Windows 8. The company wants to make sure they're all compatible with Windows 10. President Obama is on a bit of a winning streak. He saw his legacy strengthen last week with a series of victories on healthcare, same-sex marriage, and trade. Jonathan Mann reports.
Than ever.
Regina Bird is next with a check of your First Alert forecast, including what you can expect for the 4th of July. And speaking of Independence Day, we'll show you what not to do when it comes to fireworks with the help of dummies. That story and more coming up on Good Evening Nebraska.
A significant cool down for Monday and Tuesday.
Got any holiday plans? Any cookouts planned for the weekend?
Well, I think we're barbecuing here, right?
Oh, that's right. We're barbecuing here. So do not forget the plates.
Do not forget.
You're the one scheduled to bring those.
Yeah. Okay, I'll make sure I bring those. Don't forget what you're bringing.
I don't even know what I'm bringing. What am I bringing? Oh, the meat. Yeah, we got it. We'll figure it out. Thank you, Regina. Coming up next on Good Evening Nebraska, earlier this week we told you why hecklers were removed from Joel Osteen's Lakewood Church in Houston. Next, we'll get their side on why they did it. Welcome back. 6 men accused of disrupting preacher Joel Osteen's Sunday service at Lakewood Church in Houston appeared in court Thursday. Jace Larson spoke to the men about what happened. The men are facing misdemeanor trespassing charges that are due back in court next month. Coming up next on Good Evening Nebraska, flying through the air with a dose of patriotism. We'll take you to a special exhibit of all-American butterflies when we come back. Welcome back. The Audubon Butterfly Garden and Insectarium in New Orleans is feeling pretty patriotic this year. So much, in fact, red, white, and blue butterflies flew in to celebrate the 4th of July. Kenny Lopez has a look at these rare and beautiful insects.
You're going in the garden.
Pretty enthusiastic. When we come back here, Regina will have a final look at your weather. Plus, dummies take one for the team to show us how not to use fireworks this 4th of July weekend. That's next on Good Evening Nebraska. People all over the country are getting ready for the 4th of July festivities. No doubt many celebrations will include barbecues, parades, and fireworks, but officials are taking an opportunity to once again warn people that fireworks, they can be dangerous, and they're using dummies to get that point across. This will be good. That looks awful.
Yeah, don't mess with
Serious
fireworks.
tips. Yeah, serious tips, but it's pretty funny. How's the weather looking?
Well, tonight is looking great. We are looking at partly cloudy skies and 70s across the area starting off at 9:30 p.m. We'll see partly cloudy skies and light winds, so that will really help out if you have any plans to shoot off some fireworks or go to a fireworks show tonight. Now tomorrow we are looking at winds picking up a bit, could see some gusts up to around 20 miles per hour starting in the afternoon and continuing into the evening. And we also have chances for showers and storms, around 20 to 30% chance across the area starting late tomorrow afternoon, continuing into the evening hours, and it will be in the 70s generally around 9:30 p.m. So not looking at too bad across the area. Just might have to dodge a few showers and storms out there. Definitely something to keep in mind. But we can take a look at one of our InTV's Viera wireless cameras. Looking pretty nice out there this evening. And this is where at 10 p.m. I believe the Carney show begins. So
we'll have clips of that tonight, hopefully. So we'll see if we can catch a glimpse of them.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Regina, and thank you for joining us tonight. Join us back here tonight at 10.